Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Femboy Fishing. So right now, we're in a state forest area in a very small creek which runs out of it. This is actually one of my favorite places to fly fish. The fish aren't very big, but the creek is super pretty and unique, and it runs right through the woods, and it's got a lot of character. There's also a lot of different fish species in this creek despite its really small size. So I kind of just felt like having a chill episode where we catch some smaller fish and not really worry about catching anything all that big. So like I said, it's a pretty small creek. There really isn't a whole lot of water in it, but that doesn't mean there isn't fish in here. In this one pool alone, I've seen a lot of creek chubs, some baby smallmouth, 3 different species of sunfish, and I've even seen Ozark bass in this creek. I've got my 3-weight fly rod here, which is my ultralight fly rod. It's one of my favorite fly rods to use. And I've got this really tiny beetle fly that I tied, which is really good for these fish that like to eat off the surface, but you don't want to use something too big because they're not very big themselves. So got one. Looks like a little long ear. A really little long ear, but a pretty one. So I couldn't quite get my camera to focus on him just now, so I'm just going to kind of show you guys him right here. He is really pretty. If you kind of let him shine in the sun, he almost makes like a purplish kind of hue. Thanks for letting me catch your little long ear. I'll see you later. So I kind of noticed it when I was just holding up that long ear just now, but there is a really big smallmouth in here. There's actually a couple of them, which is really surprising because you wouldn't expect them to be in a creek that's this small. I think there he is over there. You guys see him moving right there? So I decided to switch to this little olive woolly bugger. It's a really small one. I think it's like a size 10, not a size 10, 14, I believe. So it's mostly just because there's a lot of smallmouth and a lot of fish in general that are hanging out more deeper in the pool. So I don't think I've ever caught a chub for an episode before yet. These guys are funny. Yeah, it's a chub. I'm going to show you guys him in the net because they're pretty slippery. So this is a creek chub or a horny head chub, one of the two, but I think it's a horny head chub because it's got the little red dot behind its eye, which usually means it's a horny head chub. But these guys are really cool fish, and they're in the creeks all around here. I just have yet to catch one for an episode yet, so I'm going to go ahead and let this guy go. For letting me catch you, little chub. I'll see you later. Come on. Oh. There was a long ear and a smallmouth. They both went after it, and the long ear took it. Ooh, this is a really pretty long ear. There are some really pretty long ears in this creek. I think it's funny that last episode, we were fishing a much larger stream, and it had sunfish that were even smaller than the ones in this tiny creek. Look at him. That is a beautiful sunfish. Should go ahead and let him go. Thanks for letting me catch you, little long ear. I'll see you later. Oh, got one. It's a smallmouth. There we go. Man, I haven't caught a smallmouth in a long time. It's a smallmouth. So this guy, even though he's small, he's a really pretty smallmouth. Man, this guy's got some beautiful patterns on him. Look at that. Beautiful smallie. Wow. Thanks for letting me catch you, little smallmouth. I'll see you later. We've already caught a smallie, a creek chub, and a sunfish out of this hole. And while this is a really nice hole, I want to try fishing down there a little bit more because there's a lot of really great places to fish down there too. So this is what I mean when I say the creek has a lot of character. A lot of these Ozark streams that I fish in around where I live, they usually don't have as much large boulders or bedrock stones. Some of them do, but they're a little bit more sporadic. This whole creek has a lot of structure in it. Look at all these just giant boulders through here. These fish are a little bit spooky because it is shallow. Let's try hiding behind this rock a little bit and then just kind of cast out to that deep part right there. Okay, so I'm kind of bent over on this rock right here because these fish are super spooky and I don't want to scare them. In fact, there's a smallmouth looking right at me, wondering what I'm doing. Being a little bit stealthy here. That's what we're doing. Oh, there we go. Got something. It's another pretty little long-eared sunfish. Look at him. I don't know why the long-ears in these little headwater creeks are always so much more prettier than the ones in the bigger streams. At least to me anyway. I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, little long-ear. I'll see you later. Okay, after sitting behind that rock and casting, I kind of realized the fish don't really care if we spook them that much. Oh, got something. Is it? Oh, I think it's a smallmouth. Yeah, it's a smallmouth. He's cool. He's another really pretty smallie. He's a little more golden colored than the last one was. The last one was a little bit darker, probably because we were fishing for him in a much darker spot. But thanks for letting me catch you, little smallmouth. I'll see you later. Got one. It's a long ear. He went straight for it. I hardly even had time to even jig it at all. He just went straight for it. He's got a really bright orange underbelly. You see that? This might be one of the prettiest long ears we've caught today. His colors look a little more dull on camera, but I promise you, in person, they look a lot more pretty. Should go ahead and release him. Thanks for letting me catch you, little long ear. I'll see you later. There he goes. Right back onto the rock. So there's one more pool down here, and I believe this is the last pool until you get to the second bridge. I'm thinking let's fish this little pool right here. There's a couple fishy looking spots, and then we'll head back up again. Got one. It's a long ear. It's a pretty long ear. I mean, look at that. He just irradiates with color. Look at him. A beautiful long-ear sunfish right there. One of the prettier ones I've caught this year. Great little long-ear. Thanks for letting me catch you, buddy. I'll see you later. We're going to switch out the bugger for something different because I feel like kind of making a change of pace. So I'm putting on this tiny little, I think it's a size 18 Adams. Maybe actually I think it's a size 16. Put a little bit of dry fly stuff on there. And what that does is that basically just helps keep it buoyant in the water. You know, I was thinking that the dry fly was going to work really well because I saw the fish surfacing, but they don't like dry flies at all. So I decided to switch to this little red hotspot bugger. This is actually one that I tied myself, and I used this one at a small headwater creek, similar to this one a few weeks ago, and it worked really good at catching chubs and stuff. Figure it wouldn't be a bad thing to try here, so. All right, so I made it back up to that first bluff that we started at with that deep hole. We'll probably catch some fish here and then call the episode off there. Got one. It's a little long ear. Another really pretty long ear. And he is cool. All right, little guy. So let me catch you, buddy. I'll see you later. So I decided to switch to this big bugger I tied. think it's like a size 8, I believe, or a size 10. This is one of the bigger ones I tied. And even though it's bigger, it's not so heavy. We're going to see if we can get some of these bigger smallies to come out and maybe come and take it. So, oh, got something. Oh, it's a green sunfish. I guess that makes sense. A green sunfish would take it because they're actually big enough to take it. It's a pretty chunky sunfish for such a tiny creek like this. Look at him. This is actually a really big sunfish for such a tiny creek like this. Thanks for letting me catch a green sunfish. I'll see you later. Thank you all so much for watching another episode of Femboy Fishing. I'm pretty happy with what we caught today. I don't know about you guys. I didn't expect to catch so much out of such a tiny little creek, but you'd be surprised just how much life can exist in the most unlikely places. As always, be sure to leave any comments or suggestions or anything else that you might want to say in the comments section below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.